Hi, my name is Suraj Kumar,
I'm Austin Smith.
and this is a Apple II Plus computer. And so we're right now at the system monitor. And what we're going to first demonstrate is we're going to demonstrate booting into BASIC. And then after we do that, we're actually going to flip a coin, and then based on the coin head, we're going to just pick the game that lands on. Okay, so to get into the BASIC terminal, we just put Control B and then we press Enter, and so we're here, and so we can just say, for example, print. Let's see. Sorry, it print hello world. Sure. Why? Boom. So that's BASIC. You can do a lot of the other BASIC commands as well. If we want to load a game, so for example, I want to load let's say I want to load Dig Dug, because Dig Dug is it's easier. So it's PR hashtag, which one is it? 6, right? And so, so this is text mode. This is the graphical mode. So this is low res mode. And so low res, so this is low res mode. So all of these are graphics, including the text. We control the game via the keyboard. The keyboard is interfaced with Neos 2 E processor, and the key code is then sent into another module that's specialized for the Apple II. And so we can play, for example, Dig Dug right now, as you're seeing. But we also have Pac-Man, so if we wanted, we could also have loaded that game up. We also could boot into the original Apple II DOS. And so, yeah, everything.
Okay. Yeah, explain the parts that you have implemented.
Sure. Okay. So the core underpinning of the Apple II is the clock generator. So there's like about multiple system clocks. So there's a 14 megahertz system clock that runs the entire Apple II. Those are divided by 2, like 7 megahertz, 3 megahertz, 1 megahertz, and these are all different clocks for running the processor, for running the graphics and the text, and for running, for example, for loading up the graphics and so on and so forth. We also have output signals from the clock generator to interface with the memory, the RAM and the ROM. And so the way the visuals are displayed is due to 3 different modes. So what you're seeing right now, as I mentioned, is a low-res mode, and the low-res mode just displays low-resolution graphics, which is perfectly acceptable for arcade games. So when we're seeing some of the, like, for example, enter this to have custom controls, those are the text mode. And we also have mixed mode, which is low-res mode and text mode, but that's not being shown right now. Those are being done by the processor controlling 3 different bit streams. It's controlling a mux, and essentially the color is determined by the phase difference between a reference signal and the color signal. And so depending, for example, if the reference signal is at 0 and then the current signal is at 90 degrees different phase, or 27 degrees, 270 degrees different phase, it'll generate different colors, and so that's how it's generating colors in the Apple II. It has a thick margin, so that's the blanking screen. So if you look at the original Apple II, they actually had a very thick, like these really broad margins. These are actually just memory locations, but the Apple II just blacks these one out because it's just garbage memory that's not used for graphics.
Okay.
All right, and then I think Austin, you can take the rest of the, talk about the address to code, talk about the RAM, ROM, talk about
SCRAM.
this game later. Yeah.
So using a SPI controller gotten online, we can read disks or emulated. They're actually nibblized disks, which we convert the original disk format to basically put it into a binary file, and then we load it up using the SPI controller and feed it into the Apple II using this switch. So disk 0 would be the DOS 3.3, disk 1 is Dig Dug, and disk 2 is Pac-Man. And those are loaded from the SD card. The address decoder, basically the Apple II is a memory map device. So the address decoder handles talking to all the peripherals like the keyboard and the disk emulator. And it also handles writing to ROM, or reading from ROM, writing to RAM, and reading from RAM. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.